Hi peeps, how you doing? I meant to get a drink, but the best I can do is a Club Orange. No hint or anything towards orangism. Although I did say that to someone once and they threatened to throw a can of orange around my Fenian head, even though I haven't got a Fenian head. But there you go. Right. Alex Easton is wrong. On two accounts he's wrong. And let me explain to you why. On the first account he's wrong because he said he's not going to run for MP again. Now I respect that decision if it's something to do with his health or something to do with his family, but I haven't been speaking to Alex Easton, but I think it's more to do with the fact that he got such a huge disappointment when he was on the verge of becoming an MP, and then he changed his, and then he lost at the last minute, especially to the Alliance Party. One of the things why I'm saying Alex is wrong, not only because he's not running again, but because if he doesn't run again, North Down will not have a unionist stroke British person as an MP again. And the reason for that is quite clear. The leftist coalition, Alliance Party and Green Party, will always stay united, and the unionists will always be fragmented. But the problem is that Alex is calling for unity now. You're not going to get unity in the Unionist Party. It's just not going to happen. What are you saying? Are we saying that the DUP will stand down in North Down and allow the Unionists to run? Not a chance. Are you saying the UUP will stand down and let the DUP win? Not a chance. The candidate for the Ulster Unionist Party in North Down detests Alex Easton. Alex Easton has beaten that candidate a dozen times and come top of the polls. So don't expect the UUP to ever get together and with the DUP and allow North Down to become a unionist British seat again, because that's not going to happen, whether it's DUP or the other candidate. The other candidate will still take 4,000 or 5,000 votes away, even if he wasn't a member of the UUP. So strike out the UUP as being a party that will work together with the DUP. And you can also strike out the Conservative Party in North Down, because the Conservative Party is not going to just sit back and relax. And much as I like the Conservatives, and I am more of a Conservative than Boris Johnson, who I don't think is a Conservative, but that's another story for another day. But the Conservative Party in North Down, if they were to stand aside, they might as well just give up the ghost and go away, because they'll be seen as never having any chance. And I must admit, Frank Shivers and the others have done a good job of raising the awareness of the Conservative Party, but they will never win. They will never get a seat in North Down. It'll not happen. So they will be a protest vote. Maybe someday they might get a seat in the council, but I don't think that either, because the way the politics in Northern Ireland is sewn up is that only the big parties will get seats in North Down. All the independents are gone from North Down because they were meant to be wiped out. Peter Robbins said he was going to wipe them all out, and he did. He made things. But look at that. The DUP, the Conservatives and the UUP will never get together. And they have a history of never getting together. So Alex Easton, let's talk about him now. Alex came very close to winning. He was 3,000 votes away from winning. And if you look at the figures, Alex's personal vote brought about 5,000 people to vote for him. Now take that personal vote away. People that would not vote DUP normally, people that were not really that keen to vote and voted for Alex because they know him as a good worker and all that there. You take those 5,000 votes away and you remember that the Alliance Party and the Green Party will stay together. And I don't care what they do in North Down, the DUP will not win this seat back again. There's nobody can bring those 4,000 or 5,000 votes that Alex Easton brought along with him. So they could fly in Nigel Dodds here. It still won't make a difference. We're still behind because the people of North Down don't like fly-ins. They don't like people coming in. They actually don't like the DUP, but they vote for the DUP because they're the only unionist party. The UUP gave up years ago being a unionist party. They're now struggling to find out what they are, and to me, to be quite honest, the UUP are nothing. They're leaning more left than they are leaning towards unionism. So forget that. So the fact that Alex Easton says he's no longer running means that North Down will always stay as a Alliance Green Party seat. So Alex Easton was the only chance that they had of bringing this back again. So unless Alex changes his mind, and if he does change his mind, he better change it soon, because there's going to be DUP people there jumping on the bandwagon, more senior figures than he is, and they're going to be saying, well, North Down's my seat, no, maybe I should try it, maybe. But if Alex can't change his mind, we might as well resign to having an alliance seat for Game. Now, the second thing that Alex is wrong about is not just Alex, it's all these people calling for unity of the unionists. The problem is that calling for unity is wonderful. Calling for unity is wonderful. But even if it happened, it doesn't make a difference to our long-term future. So we've got to start reaching out to the people who don't want to be British but want to remain in the UK. DUP's got a huge task in his hand, because their brand name, the DUP, has been well and truly tarnished, and it's tarnished because of their past. That's another video for another time. So we don't have a unionist seat in North Down, and it's not going to happen. So forget about that, unless Alex changes his mind, because he has a tremendous following in this North Down, a following that no other DUP member could bring along to here. And secondly, I would encourage the DUP and Alex to look at ways to remarket, rebrand, rename, change themselves so that they open up their minds and ears and eyes to the fact that we need more people who are maybe not supporting the British but want to stay in Northern Ireland. Is it more important to be a unionist, or is it more important to be British? Is it more important to be a DUP person, or is it more important to be a UUP person, or is it more important to stay British? So the DUP need to do some hard thinking, which they're not doing. They think they're tainted for life, or they don't think it's important. They think well, they're actually bluffing you. They think that if they call for unionist unity, look how great we are, we're calling for unionist unity. But they're not telling you the big secret. It doesn't matter whether they have unionist unity or not. Alex, get your DUP people to start opening up their eyes a little bit more, because the DUP are the only party that can start to make big changes to the way they operate and reach out. Not talking about capitulating, not talking about giving in, but what about explaining yourself every time? And what about kicking out the bigots? There may only be 2 or 3, there may only be a couple of those, but they taint your name every time they open their mouths, and the media cameras point straight at them, and it's all over the newspapers. So DUP, you've got to start kicking out all the bigots, all the extremists, and you've got to start reaching out. That's it. I'm away. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.